Conflicts of interest are a persistent reality in the corporate world. They arise when a leader's personal interests clash with their professional duties, potentially compromising their judgment and decision making. If leaders can't manage conflicts of interest in an ethical way, these situations can damage reputations, cause employees to lose trust, and even lead to legal trouble. Employees and executives navigate a complex web of relationships, both personal and professional. Family ties, friendships, and even outside business interests can create situations where objectivity is called into question. Favoritism towards friends, family, or former colleagues during the hiring or promotion process is a classic example of a conflict of interest. Financial gain is a significant factor in conflicts of interest. Imagine an executive with stock options in a competitor company. They may be tempted to make decisions that benefit their personal financial standing over the long-term health of the company. Conflicts can also arise when company members accept gifts from external parties. If a company's purchasing agent accepts a gift from a potential vendor, this incentive could influence the entire selection process. If the vendor isn't high quality, the company may end up with overpriced or subpar goods. Beyond blatant financial incentives, there can be more subtle biases at play. A board member with significant investments in a particular industry might be predisposed to favor decisions that benefit that industry, even if it comes at the expense of the company they're supposed to be overseeing. Insider trading is another significant conflict of interest. Employees with access to confidential company information have a responsibility to keep it secure and only share it with authorized personnel. Using this information for personal gain through stock market trading is a serious conflict of interest and may be illegal depending on the jurisdiction. When conflicts of interest arise, how do ethical leaders deal with them? Transparency is the foundation of ethically resolving these conflicts. If a leader has a potential conflict of interest, it's best to disclose it promptly and accurately to the appropriate parties. These parties often include the board of directors, ethics committees, or supervisors, depending on the situation. Transparency protects the leader from accusations of impropriety, and the leader allows others to assess the risk and determine the best course of action. In some cases, complete recusal from a decision-making process might be the most ethical course of action. This means removing yourself from any involvement in a situation where a conflict of interest exists. While this may not be ideal, it demonstrates your commitment to ethical leadership and prevents potential bias or unfair influence. Ethical leadership also promotes company-wide ethical behavior. To help prevent ethical lapses, companies can create strong codes of conduct outlining acceptable behavior, clear disclosure policies for potential conflicts, and ethics training programs. Leaders can encourage ethical behavior by openly discussing conflicts of interest, providing clear ethical guidelines, and establishing mechanisms for reporting potential conflicts. Let's see these ethical considerations in action. Luna is the CEO of Green Tech Solutions, a renewable energy company. Their latest solar panel installation project is just beginning, and Luna has just received news of a potential conflict of interest with this project. The company is currently reviewing a contract bid from Peterson Construction, run by Enzo Peterson. The problem is that Luna and Enzo were best friends in college. While they haven't spoken in a few years, Luna is still nervous about this situation. Awarding the contract to Peterson Construction could be perceived as a conflict of interest, even though they've never worked with this company in the past. Luna refers to Green Tech Solutions' Code of Conduct, which clearly states that any potential conflict must be disclosed to the Ethics Committee. She schedules a meeting with the committee and presents the situation, outlining Peterson Construction's competitive bid and her personal connection to Enzo. After a thoughtful discussion, The committee acknowledges the potential conflict, but recognizes Peterson Construction's strong qualifications. They recommend complete disclosure during the bid evaluation process. This will make it clear that Peterson Construction is being considered alongside other qualified firms based on objective criteria. Ethical leadership isn't about achieving perfection. It's about acknowledging the potential for conflicts of interest, taking proactive steps to mitigate them, and fostering a culture of transparency and accountability.